So, I am definitely complaining in this moment, venting, whatever you want to call it, but, yeah, doing something, because I submit, complaints. I've submitted like 2 or 3 complaints this past week regarding packages not delivered last week and then not delivered yesterday. Go out and actually, collect my packages today, because I figure, hey, if they haven't been delivering them all week, they ain't delivering them at all, and it's just like really getting on my nerves, like I said. And I'm complaining, but I'm asking God to do something regarding this, like for now and in the future. Like I'm really tired of when I purchase something from somebody that they send it through UPS, because I mean not UPS, USPS, because they have a hard time getting it to me. Again, I don't know if it's them trying to be deliberate and intentional as far as my name and address and just trying to aggravate me. But today I shouldn't have had to go out and collect my package. Like, it should be nothing for you. If you're delivering somebody's package via UPS, USPS, you should get out the vehicle and politely put it on the porch if there's not enough room in the mailbox to put the package. I don't know the policy, so I'll leave it at that. But I've had to sign for packages before and stuff like that, so I'm not understanding what the problem is. So why not come to the door? Ain't no dogs out here. Nothing's blocking the 10 or 15 feet away from the mailbox that you might have to walk, and that's just that. I feel like it's lazy, it's incompetent. It's lazy or incompetent or both. And I keep on speaking to them about it, and they're not doing anything. Like, they keep on just ignoring the fact that I'm trying to get my packages, things that I've gotten delivered and stuff that I paid for. So that's the issue, that's the concern. I'm trying not to stress myself out about it, because it's material stuff, you know. It is what it is. It'll either be refunded if I don't get it or whatever. But I hope and pray that I can find a better way to get my stuff delivered. Because it's just outrageous, outlandish. Excuse me, I just wanted to put that little tree in there real quick. I love when it blooms, my one little tree in the backyard. But anyway, so yeah, pissed me off. I asked the I don't know if it's been the same delivery driver for the past few days or whatever, but I asked the delivery driver, do you have more than just the packages that you have today, because something else was supposed to be re-delivered. No attempts to redeliver made, so I already made the complaint. Nobody re-delivered anything, or have a care or concern on whether I received my packages. I'm sure they're tired of me complaining or whatever, or saying anything, but they don't make no real effort to resolve my concerns. And it's bad for business. Whoever's paying them, of course, government agencies. It's bad. It's terrible for business. I had a dream the other day about this happening, and I was coming down like an escalator or something like that, and I was just like, this is just like, y'all, this is horrible. It is really bad for business. And I was complaining and I was going off or whatever. So I guess this got to do with that. But it's like every government type of, well, most government type of agencies that I try to utilize, because it's there to freely utilize, and of course tax dollars go into play. And even if it ain't my tax dollars, I've had people that's deceased now that paid into that, they either died before time, before getting everything. And speaking of, that was the mail. Yeah, that's the mail truck right there, just zooming past people's mailbox and stuff like that. Like, it gets me. Like, they just irk me. See, the fact that I'm speaking about it and they pulling up, baby, that's confirmation. And I pray to God, when CPS agencies and stuff used to try to come out here, and I told them, I was like, y'all need to be careful, because this was when Trump was still in there. I was like, y'all think it's a government shutdown now. Y'all ain't seen a government shutdown. And then shortly after, of course, the COVID and all that, and so everything got shut down, and people started panicking and feeling the type of way about their money, not being able to take care of it. They didn't know what to do. They really didn't. But y'all still ain't saying nothing yet, if that's the case. Like, because people still not trying to be fair, and, and I try not to get so upset about stuff, because I do believe in reaping what you sow, and I feel like when I was younger, and just didn't know what I know now, and operating out of ignorance or stupidity or whatever, um, I've done things that I could be, reaping what I'm sowing. So I try not to complain, but I'm not gonna sit here in front like it doesn't bother me. Um, I say it, and then I just, I definitely let God handle the outcome and the results. If he move on me to say something more or do something more, then that's what I do. But it's irritating though, going out there and having to do that when you should just deliver stuff properly. And I don't know if they just feel like they're not getting paid enough. And again, I don't know if they just deliberately doing that because it's me. Because at this point, honey, they be conspiring, and I know they do. I don't speak nothing about no powers that be, because the ones that I've been dealing with, they ain't no damn powers that be. They just some people that just want to be just rude, retarded, and more. So that's that on that or whatever. But and yeah, remedial, and just want to do remedial type stuff. Because that's your mental illness, that's your mental challenge or whatever. And it just disappoints me. I always take it back to what's been going on in my personal life, and why is it showing up, or trying to reflect or manifest or whatever in my life period. And I go back to my boys, like this thought I had earlier was, a few minutes ago, was back to my boys' so-called dad, and he, of course, him trying to get me to cuss people out, or, what I'm saying? He stirs people to come against another. It's been me, but ain't no telling if he's done it with other people or whatever. And, it could be any of that, just trying to target me and stuff like that, trying to get me upset, and get me to definitely cut the fool. And this is the thing, I'm not a fool. Can I act foolish or whatever? I'm sure I can, or can I behave foolishly? Should I say? I'm sure I can. I'm almost positive that I can. I try to opt not to and stuff like that, but I ain't gonna lie. This stuff just, baby, it's gonna be more than some Will Smith smacks being laid down. Seriously. Like, and I know people don't like when somebody say that, because honestly, it is like, now somebody that was truly done wrong in their childhood, go to school, they get bullied, they get this, that, and third, they complained about it, nobody helped them, and then when they come and tear some shit up, like, people be looking like, oh, you know what I'm saying? No, baby, don't get distraught now. But it really makes you sound like some kind of terrorist or some type of, I'm not planning anything or anything like that, but that I really do understand. I really do feel like I understand where they be coming from. I'm talking about the genuine ones that really have sought and asked for help, because I've done asked for help. I came out my mouth verbally asking for help. They tell you, ask for help if you need something. Don't suffer. I've tried not to suffer in silence. I've asked for help. I definitely stayed prayed up, like, Lord, please just send me. And I'm still sticking with God, and just like, Lord, just send me my help. On top of asking God to deliver me from, if I'm complaining in vain, or if I'm complaining about something too much. And he did give me a word about some, and it was more so in the area of where these kids and stuff, while this killing is happening. Quote unquote accidental or whatever, murder, suicide, and stuff like that. He did tell me, what I'm saying? I said, God can't have mercy. He said, this is mercy. So, baby, if this is what mercy look like, and I'm talking about me personally, I don't know how anybody else perceives it. I'm really, I want grace as well. I'm really scared to see what's gonna come up the pipeline. But yeah, that irritated me. And even when I went out there and I asked the lady, she just kind of chuckled. I said, "Yeah, they've been saying they've been delivering stuff, and I didn't mention redelivery." And I said, "But they haven't." And she just laughed like it was funny. And it's like, what? Baby, did you see Will Smith? I didn't say that to her, but that's how I was feeling. Like, honey, when I came back in and I grasped it. Like, you were laughing because what? Because somebody not receiving their package, and something going on behind the scenes. That's how it be. But it's okay, baby, because God knows all the dirty details. He knows what's going on. He know y'all location. He know that post office location. He know your corporate office. He know all that. And on up to whoever is supposed to be the so-called shot caller. Again, if the government rests upon the shoulders of Christ, then why are y'all doing dirty stuff? Like, are you trying to say that that's what Christ did? Are you know what I'm saying? Why are y'all doing dirty stuff? Why are y'all doing underhanded, shady stuff? So anyway, another day of not receiving certain packages. I received something, but they keep saying we're gonna make a redelivery attempt on the next day. That's what they say. That's what the automatic message you get says. Ain't had no redelivery attempts that I know of. I mean, I can double check, but no. I ordered quite a few things. I've received some, ain't received all, and it's just like I said, it's irritating me because I just be feeling like they playing. I feel like I be knowing that they playing. It's not even just a feeling. Somebody's told me before and like validated and said, baby, you're not crazy. That's really what happened. That's really what's been going on. And I like people like that. But I don't like then that person in turn, was still trying to benefit themselves and do some stuff. But yeah, you're not crazy. But that's why I'm like, okay, so if you can admit that and stuff like that, and then you'll turn around and you'll risk still being whatever, and you'll still partake in it. What the that's reprobated, definitely, but it's like, why would you choose that? Why? So I don't know, it's just like I said, it's just getting on my nerves. I wanted to speak about it. It was something else that I wanted to speak about, even regarding my so-called boys' dad as well. Oh, because my son, I got him this little Tamagotchi toy. And granted, I thought I could have paid closer attention to detail. When it arrived, it was a miniature one. It wasn't even a regular size one. They already small to begin with. So then they, you know what I'm saying, I got the small one. I'm like, dang, I could have paid $50 just to get the more digital, updated type of Tamagotchi. So today he's like, why did I even ask for this? In a certain type of tone. I'm like, you can express yourself, but don't feel the type of way when I express myself back. So I was like, okay, keep that same energy and keep that mentality. I was like, yep, remember what you said. Yep, to a 6-year-old. And I'm like, okay. Exactly. It helps me to move forward easily with no type of guilty conscience or anything, that I'm not just sitting out here buying y'all toys and this, that, and the third. Because he's like, why did I even ask for that? All right, that lets me know you don't really need it. You don't really want it. And that's that. I just thought, hey, yep, feeling nostalgic. Like, hey, maybe I can buy them some toys or whatever, that are similar to some of the stuff that I used to play with, because I did used to enjoy. Just don't have them today. Same pattern I kind of see with my kids. Like, you don't still have the stuff today. Some of the stuff that you've gotten, and like, it's no need in me buying it. So we're going to be able to invest more in y'all's future, or something that you may be able to do outside the house. And I just gave an example, like, like even when y'all used to go on field trips at school, you wanted a different type of lunch rather than the lunch that they was providing, Subway or something like that. Okay, cool. So here we go. We're going to do this. My other son mentioned that he kind of wants to go to regular school. He wants to go, which my school is a regular school, but he wants to go to school outside the house, and this upcoming year. So I'm gonna look into it. Don't mean that he's going to, because baby, that really is gonna take a bunch of money that I really ain't trying to spend and all that or whatever. So that's that or whatever. But so yeah, I'm gonna figure that out as far as that. And see, because they get older, and their minds are like, I want to do something else. I'm not, you know what I'm saying? I've been sitting at home, I'm here, and I'm already taking certain stuff away from them in the house, because I don't want them sitting on devices all day and watching TV all day. I want them doing stuff. I want them active. But again, it really does take a team. It takes some help, team effort, because I just, point blank period, I need help with my kids. I didn't have them by myself, and I did not set out to raise kids by myself. My daughter, even when it was just her dad, her so-called dad, got locked up, and you know what I'm saying, I didn't know that was coming. I didn't, and maybe I just didn't pay close enough of attention. I did know he got locked up for something when when, before she was born. So I guess, but I ain't deemed one time as, oh, you're going to be locked up long term or multiple times or whatever. I just didn't. I didn't know. I didn't think like that. But now I look back and I see, well, I can see where, he was heading on being a criminal. But, at the last I knew, he wasn't locked up for anything. I guess he haven't been locked up since my daughter had been over there or whatever. I don't know. I'm telling you, that might have definitely helped to cover his life in some type of form or fashion. But I knew him as somebody that definitely dabbled in criminal activity. Didn't seem like nothing major to me, but I also didn't ever try to get in it and get tangled up in that because I don't want no parts of that. That's another thing I just didn't want no parts of. I thought we was just chilling, living life, enjoying the simple things in life, and that's just what I want. Like somebody that's just willing and genuinely willing, and they're not so pressed about, oh, what you gonna do for me and this, that, and they're not saying that nothing won't get done for you, but you might have to just I guess it goes back to the Holy Spirit, the gift of the Holy Spirit, long suffering, and you have to endure, and you have to, what I'm saying? So, and I don't really think or feel like I'm going to get that at this point in time. I don't feel like I'm going to get that at this point in time. I feel like it's late in the game. I don't necessarily feel like it's far too late, but I just feel like it's getting late in the game, and it's like, girl, don't count on it. And especially after that whole thing with my boys' so-called dad just did not work out like I thought it would. Like I was hoping that it would. Like he kept telling me that, there's hope. I just was like, oh my God, ain't no way. And it's not like that was even impossible. It was, like I said, it was seemingly working, but he was still doing some other stuff, behind my back or whatever the case, maybe having other conversations with people and shit, sometimes right under my nose. That was just causing people to doubt me and to want to, well, hey, I'm not gonna bother with her. I do have my ways and I have my personality, but I don't really show that to everybody, and I don't really do that with everybody. Like I really have to be comfortable with you, and I do want to be comfortable with somebody to the point where, put up with something that I got going on. He didn't, so to me, I just feel like it's a wrap. It's gonna be tough. As far as that's concerned, it's gonna be tough as far as that's concerned. And nobody really won't have the patience to put in the work with people these days. And honestly, sometimes including myself. At this point, baby, I used a lot of my energy investing with him and thought that he was gonna do right. At least right, even in a certain aspect. But I just don't understand why guys or people think that they can go out and sleep with somebody else and do all this stuff with somebody else, and then they can come back to you and they want you to be okay with that. I have not adjusted to that. Out of all the cheating in the world that I've seen, heard about, and experienced myself, quote unquote, so-called cheating, I ain't cheat with, regarding the boys' so-called dad, and I didn't cheat regarding my daughter's so-called dad either. I was young. But out of all of that I done seen, like I haven't came to the conclusion that I want you messing up my pH balance, because you're going out here messing with somebody else, kissing on somebody else, you know what I'm saying, all that other stuff. If I wanted to be with that person and swap spit with them or swap fluids with them, I can let you know, or I can link up with them or whatever. I'll give my approval. But yeah, I don't appreciate it, and I hadn't got to that point, but it seemed like a lot of people want us to just, oh, you need to just get comfortable, honey. You need to just get into it. As far as basically being a sister wife and this, that, and the third. Granted, I do know people done cheated and they done came back with the dirty community penis or community vagina. And you didn't really have a choice or a say in the matter. So you should just accept it. But I don't know. I'm just not at that place or whatever. I'm not going to sit here and say that it might not be a price that I'll take to have to put up with that. Because at this point, I'm that mother that just want to take care of my kids. And it ain't no by any means necessary, trust me. But it's getting close to by any means necessary. Now, I won't just do anything, and I don't feel like I just sell out for money or just do anything like rob or steal or kill, you know what I'm saying, somebody for that. But I don't know. I think I asked God for a resolution. Like I said, I've been scared to ask for a resolution because sometimes I just feel like, Lord, if I'm asking you for a resolution, I don't know what it's gonna be. Hold on, I got a voicemail. I don't know what it's gonna be or how it's gonna manifest or how it's gonna pan out. And I'm kind of like scared and nervous about it because of the last thing that happened, and because I feel the pressure again, just to sometimes just do stuff that's just that I don't want to do, should I say? Um, and I just I don't feel like it's fair because I feel like my both of my the so-called dudes that I'm connected to regarding my kids, I feel like, hold on, let me see.
Hello, this is Sarah from Navient calling for LaToya.
Okay, let me turn that down. That was from Navient. That's my, what you call it? Anyway, yeah, I just don't feel like I put that type of pressure on anybody. If, like God reveals to me, if I did, I do put pressure. I'm not gonna say I don't. Like, I mean, need to be some pressure, but I ain't putting no heavy pressure on nobody to do nothing that they ain't have no business doing. That's what I say, no business doing. Now, I might put pressure on you to do something you might not have wanted to do because it's a turn off or it's not attractive, it's not appealing. But I didn't put no pressure on nobody to do anything outside of my relationship with them that will not help us, will interfere with us and stuff like that. They either chose that on their own for whatever reason, because I didn't quote unquote reinvent myself, or that's something they either always wanted to do, and then or they wanted me to get down with the team, and I'm just like, no, I don't have to, like. And that's what people do not like about me, because I will be quick to say, I don't got to do that, and I'm not finna do that. I'm damn sure not. So that's where I'm at with it. It's nice outside, but it was chilly. It was a little cold or whatever, a little cool. It wasn't nothing that I couldn't handle. But I'm glad that like I said, basically I almost didn't have no damn name for it. My tarp thing for my jacuzzi came. So whenever I do, now I don't have to just keep taking it down. So even if I'm just gonna have to cover it up every time. But even if I wish I didn't even have to do that, but these days that's just what you got to do, because people so damn nosy. They don't want to mind their business, and they don't want to tend to their own. Like they say, sweep around your own front porch. Stop trying to. You ain't even trying to sweep around mine. At this point, you're just being messy. You're trying to throw trash in mine so I can sweep yours too, and I'm just not trying to do that. But yeah, they don't want to tend to their own life, and that's what I want them to do. Like desperately want them to do that. Because I've been over here this whole time, and you ain't trying to help people. If you're not trying to help, then and then I thought back on when, I'm gonna just call him Pat Head. Pat Head, and this is the female Pat Head, asked about I put a potty outside on the side of the house that I wasn't using. I was gonna eventually throw it away, but I just put it out on the side of the house. And Pat Head came out there, and I didn't know these people or whatever, but this was her way of like breaking the ice, and was like, yeah, I got a granddaughter. Can she have that? Yep. And I guess she cleaned it out and used it or whatever, which is cool. And then I guess after that they threw it away. Honey, I didn't buy it, so her so-called grandma, they would buy her everything. And that's one thing that my so-called mom even told me. She was like, let them buy her everything. And so they bought the stuff or whatever. And then so when it was time to get rid of it, or I didn't have any use for it anymore, I either put it out on the side, and I wasn't even trying to get their attention, but that's where I put it, or throw it in the trash or whatever. And that was, like I said, her breaking the ice. So this is my thing. You broke the ice, and I guess once you got to know me, you didn't like me no more with certain stuff. I don't care. I don't really care if you don't like me no more, but I'm not bowing. Hold on, because this smell is really fragrant. Yeah, this one is fragrant enough for me to turn it on medium or probably even low. But but yeah, after some time, probably like a year or two or whatever, or after I had my second child, which just had to been like 2 years later, she wasn't really trying to um, talk to me like that no more. Because I wasn't doing what they want me to do. I don't care. I'm not trying to do what y'all want me to do. I didn't know that's what I was here for. I did not know that's what I was here for. So basically, I just ended up in an environment where people just didn't know how to appreciate whatever I have to offer. That's not like what they got to offer. A lot of my stuff is intangible. Y'all looking for material things, and I just wouldn't notice her. I did ask to borrow some money from her one time, and I paid it right back. And then she turned around, "Can I borrow this?" But you're doing that to try to test me. You're not, or I guess for some type of information you're trying to find out. I don't know what her motive was, and then I said, I don't have it. I'm sitting here trying to borrow money from you because I really was in need of it. Then I gave it back. I didn't never keep your money or anything like that. And I'm not keeping nothing of yours. I make sure I give you your stuff back because I wasn't trying to have no bad blood. So this is, even when I think about that and I explain it, it's like, I know I've tried. I ain't saying that I didn't fail or mess up along the way, but I know I have put in effort. And then it got to a point where it's like, I'm not going to put in a certain effort no more to even try hard. I had to start looking to God like, Lord, you're going to have to give me the strength to do what it is that you want me to do. And I don't feel like God called you to steal from anybody or anything like that. And I didn't even feel the need to borrow some money and then just not give it back. But that has happened to me where the boys are so-called dad, I did something for him. It was only like $10 at that time anyway. But he was like, I paid for something, and he was like, yeah, she paid for this, and she ain't getting her money back. Like, even playing with somebody like that is crazy. It made me uncomfortable, a little uneasy. But I was like, it's $10. I ain't finna be pressed about it. And I wasn't thinking outright, like, oh, but I'm gonna get it back some type of way. But, I just kind of felt like it's gonna come back to me, and it's gonna come back to me through you. And it ended up, you know what I'm saying, quite a few times over. But he always was like, if I give something, I'm the type to take back. Well, you should have said that in your early disclaimer, stupid. But, so yeah, that's what I'm feeling, whatever, thinking about right now. That whole mail thing and whatever, like, and then even the people at the post office, like, they feel the type of way, or they're programmed to, it's just, they give these menacing looks, like, I be feeling like I'm walking deaf, or like I don't know, or just like she's so different that nobody can adjust to what it is, but they want me to adjust and conform. And that's what I feel like. Just want me to conform to what y'all got going on, y'all types of. And again, I feel like it's whole part of the beast system. So, I just don't. I'm not conforming to no damn beast system. Might have been given over in early childhood or even before birth to be prone to do that, but I removed myself and I asked God to remove me from that. If I got the sense to know, hey Lord, I don't want to be a part of that. That stuff is foul. But it feel like everywhere you look, that's what's going on. It just do not feel like anybody is genuine. So anyway, with that said, that's pretty much it. Like I said, I'm gonna probably go outside a little later. Probably around 7ish or so when it's about to get dark, and I'll fix my stuff up. I'm gonna go ahead and wash some clothes so I could be able to like clean my jacuzzi out a little better or whatever and all that. But yeah, I know they ends up leaving up opening their blinds until like 7:30, 7:40. Probably gonna be later than that this summer or whatever, but it's all good. I feel like I shouldn't have to do all this and jump through certain hoops or go through certain measures, but I feel like, yeah, to protect my peace, I will. I'm just gonna do what I need to do. And that's that. But I just feel like sometimes I feel like it's a curse, but sometimes I just feel like, no, it's just a tough world. I like to think it's just a tough world and that I'm not cursed. Because I don't feel like I'm operating under a curse, but I feel like some things that try to manifest in my life is like, seem like it's cursed, or almost feel like, am I the cursed thing, am I the cursed person, and just I don't know it, or honestly, these is real life thoughts. Some people would talk to me and, no, you're not evil, you're not. I know I'm not evil. I don't feel like, sometimes I feel like I have evil thoughts, but I don't feel like I'm an evil, diabolical person, but people try to treat me as such. And I heard it said again about Will Smith, that was him projecting whatever he'd been through in childhood, him not being able to protect his mom when he was younger, so he felt like a coward and this, that, and the third. And now I see that his mom spoke out. She was like, that's not how my son is. And she's speaking. Sometimes when these moms, I'm not saying this about her, but sometimes when these moms speak out, they just want to sound good or sound like that's the nice thing to say. But did she speak out about, her son having to witness her going through that and him wanting to protect her? I mean, who wants to lose their mom by any type of violence from their dad or from whoever? So people have been damaged in childhood, and then it just ends up showing up in your adulthood.